Greetings, Earthlings. Today, I would really like to wish all the mothers a happy Mother's Day. All the mothers on the planet. Think about all the mothers on the planet Earth that has children. And I want to wish you all a happy Mother's Day. And we should look at not just one day as being Mother's Day, we should look at every day as treating our mothers with the respect and the kindness and caring and love that they've given us. So today, like I said, congratulations, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. But today we're going to talk about something that will prepare us for the future, and that is pie. Now, some people like apple pie, cherry pie, but I'm not talking about the pie you eat. I'm talking about the words, the letters P-I-E. That means, it's what I look at that, it means physical, intellectual, and emotional growth. P.I.E. Getting a piece of the pie. Are you working? Just look at P first, physical. Are you working to physically take care of yourself? Because right now, when we get back to school, you're going to have to look at this. This pie is going to be important for you to realize because you have to be physically healthy to come back. And hopefully you're working. So we need to find out where you are intellectually or academically. That means grades, things like that. And emotional growth. How are you going to be able to come back and handle this? Because things are going to be different emotionally. Things will be totally different. We will not go back to school the way school was. There will be some changes. But are you ready for those changes? And you could be ready for those changes if you look at those three things: your physical growth, your intellectual growth, and your emotional growth. Physical growth, we're talking about things like even far as taking medication. I am an insulin dependent diabetic. If I do not take my insulin, if I do not eat properly, then in turn I'm not going to be able to function on the one. I'm going to be down there 9 or 10, grumpy, grouchy, not being able to focus, and that's important for you to be physically strong. That's why if you need medication, take your medication. If you need eyeglasses, wear your eyeglasses. Because I've seen a lot of students that refuse to wear their glasses because of how they think they look and appear to other people. But I always tell them, can you see the world better? Can you see the board? Can you read? Can you notice the colors around you? So in turn, wear your glasses. Take care of yourself. If you have to have some kind of medication that you need to take, make sure that you're getting that medication so you can be the best that you can be. And that also goes into, as far as exercising. We can't just sit at home and do nothing. The human body needs to move. Yes, in order for it to function, it has to move. And it's not moving if you're sitting in front of the TV all the time or in front of the video games and not moving around. You have to do some kind of exercise, some kind of cardio, get your blood pumping, things like that. And it's up to you to do those things. You could sit there and exercise while you're watching TV. Every time a commercial comes on, you can get out and do some crunches or some planks or some sit-ups. But do something and eat healthy. The foods that we're consuming right now is probably a lot of junk food, like I'm saying, and that's the quickest thing. But is it the best thing for you? When your parents have a good meal set up for you, let's get those vegetables in us. You definitely need those vegetables, in order to stay healthy. Exercise, eat properly, take your medication, and that will take care of that physical. Now let's look at the intellectual growth. We need to find out where you are academically. Depends on what grade you're in. But first, we realize that from pre-K and kindergarten, first and second, first you learn to read, then you read to learn. From there on out, from third grade on up, you're reading to learn. But if you haven't developed a good reading skills, then in turn it's going to be hard for you to comprehend and understand what you're reading, trying to learn from science, because all the math now is basically written. Science, things like that. You have to have a good reading intellect to be able to understand so you can continue to learn. If you need help with reading, get some help. If you're communicating with your teachers, You know, you can ask them some things, some extra things that you can do to improve your reading. Just sitting at home practicing reading. If you have internet, look up things and stories and read different stories. Um, if you have books around the house, newspapers, things like that. Newspapers only like on the fifth grade level, I believe. Um, read newspapers, but you must continue to practice reading. You got to read something over the summer to keep that reading ability intact and ready to go. And the last thing that I like to talk about is your emotional growth, because that kind of ties into everything. How you deal with things emotionally. When you come back to school, things will be different. So you're going to have to be emotionally stable to handle those situations, because you can't handle anything up here when you're mad and hollering and screaming and walking around looking grouchy. That's not problem solving. You can't handle anything or solve any problem with your head down, putting your head down on the desk, quitting, giving up, just looking sad. That's not going to help you. Then also too, if you're afraid to try new things, because things are going to be different. You're going to have to feel confident in who you are to try new things. Don't let that fear hold you back from growth. It's all right to be a little effort to go in, to be a little cautious, but the point of it is don't let fear hold you back from learning and growing. Because we kind of look at it as I talk about the light bulb coming on. Our students there at Jefferson and Fair Plains, we talked about the light bulb coming on. A light bulb, when I have a light bulb I would put on my head, it would kind of stick since I'm bald headed there. But a light bulb, when you can see when a child learns something new, how do you feel when you learn something new? That is one of the greatest feelings that you could have on the planet, is learning something new, learning new things. Because now it is yours. When you learn something new, it is yours. You can put it in your backpack of knowledge and can use it. You won't forget how to read. You won't forget how to write your name or tie your shoes. That's another story within itself there. But we need to keep learning and not let that emotional things get in the way as far as fear or disgust. When they say, oh, it's math time. Oh, I can't. Oh, I don't like math. Well, you don't like math maybe because you're having problems in math. So instead of taking that energy and being disgusted and that outward burst of emotions of how you don't like math and say all these things, how about using that energy, calming it down, stop, think, take a deep breath, calm down, and ask for some help in math. So just don't be disgusted with math or disgusted with reading or disgusted with science or disgusted with social studies. Get some help. And that's where that emotional growth comes in, that you're able to understand that you have a problem, and the only way you can solve this problem is by getting some help or more practice on your part. But you have to understand what you need to do, because the students, the earthlings that come back to school with their head focused on getting a piece of that pie, being physically strong, intellectually strong, and emotionally strong, those are the ones that are going to move ahead and keep achieving and keep working and making their life better. I tell my students all the time is that the type of food you eat, the type of clothes you wear, the type of car you drive, the type of shelter that you have will be based on the knowledge that you receive. And elementary school is that foundation. When you build a home, you dig a big cement footer there so you can start putting rooms on top of that. You know, if that cement is faulty and it cracks, then when you start building those rooms on the top, the house is going to fall down or you're going to have leaks. But if you build a solid foundation, you can put upstairs, you can put more bathrooms, you can put more things into your home. And that's the same way in education is. Elementary school is the foundation. Once you leave elementary school with a strong foundation, now you're ready to go on out into the world and maybe start specializing things. But the most important thing you have to remember is first you learn to read, then you read to learn. Everything is written in a book. Everything from operating on a brain to driving a car to flying an airplane to baking a cake. Everything is written. In order for you to be able to function in this society, you're going to have to become a good reader. But it's up to you, and I know you can do it. If you need some help, there's plenty of people, there's teachers out here, counselors, there's many people, principals, administrators, people that will help you. But they can't read your mind. You're going to have that emotional growth and ask for help. So remember, Earthlings, let's get a piece of that pie. Physical, intellectual, and emotional growth. So when you come back to school, you'll be ready to perform. And again, I like to say, mothers, have a great day today. It's a sunny day out. It's a great day to be living on the planet Earth. All right, goodbye, Earthlings. Until next time, I'll see you.